Okay. Good afternoon, Mr. Moreno.
Hello, good afternoon.
Okay, so today we're gonna start off with talking about what are the struggles of women in society today.
Well, obviously I'm not a woman, but I've lived my entire life around women, particularly my mother and my sister, and of course, uh, s- family members outside of my nuclear family. I really feel that women are at a disadvantage in society even today, as much as we want to say that we have progressed. This is not to take away or subtract from the current efforts, but I would like to say that we still stand to continue struggling with women in terms of equality, equal rights, fair pay, leveling out the leveling out the playing field for both genders. Some of the struggles that I feel women go through would be not taken seriously sometimes, despite the fact that they may have strong contributions in terms of ideas, projects, anything that could help out um, society at large, the community in particular. Uh, Women are not taken seriously all too often. So sometimes a woman has to work, in my opinion, twice as hard to make the same point that a man does. I know that today women are still being underpaid or paid less than men do. I think this is more prevalent in like in the business world, in finances, where the direct competition is men or are men. Uh, in terms of the second question, which I
Yeah.
think was
Why women should empower each other?
why women should empower each other, absolutely. I think that there should be solidarity between women. Uh, no one understands women better than women themselves. So therefore, creating a unity, creating a strong connection with each other, especially during times when women might be going through something that is painful, whether it's mentally, physically, emotionally. Obviously, there's a need. Uh, and I think that's really when women should be able to empower each other, to work with each other, and uplift each other. And here I would even argue that men need to start abandoning some of the old patriarchal ways of looking at life, looking at women. And I think that as an individual, I owe it to my sister, I owe it to my mother to be more sensitive, to be more caring, to be more understanding. And I think those are qualities that a lot of the times are not attributed to men. So it's a slow movement that's taking place. I don't think that it's something that we're going to find being resolved in the next couple of years. But I think that we're definitely on the right track. I think right now, just you asking the question in the year 2018 as part of your research, and asking your peers, asking adults, even asking men what their perspective is
Yeah.
on women's struggles and the challenges that they face. That also has to be my problem. It can't just be a woman's problem, right? So equality is for everybody, not just men. So to that regard, I find it that it's my responsibility to close the gap of inequality by having these conversations with you and not just talking the talk, but also playing that out in my day-to-day interactions with women, whether they're my students, whether they're my colleagues, or my family members. Every woman is a sister to somebody else. Every woman is a mother to somebody else. A woman naturally, from my perspective, women tend to be caregivers. I don't want to stereotype, but a lot of love, a lot of care, a lot of compassion comes from women. And I think that if the world were to be a little bit more compassionate, more caring, and more understanding, we may not be having this conversation right now, but we are having it, and that's because
It's an issue.
it's an issue. It's an issue right now, and how do we bridge that gap? How do we start closing that gap of inequality? And I think I think this is one way
Yeah. Yes.
promoting the conversation.
Yes. Well, thank you so much, Mr. Moreno. I really appreciate your time.
Thank you.